You know, Nick, one of the biggest dilemmas facing a new homeowner is how to cover up and control all that awful sand that's blowing around and into their new home. All too often, the answer is to roll out turf onto that dry, barren dirt. And we know that's a recipe for disaster. Nick, what sort of turf are we going to use?
Well, for our long, hot summers, the only choice is a warm season grass. Whether it be couch, kikuyu, buffalo, or zoysia. Let's have a look.
Let's do it.
This lawn design is a little unusual because it's actually a raised lawn.
Nick, don't tell me we're going to roll the turf straight down onto this.
Of course not, Darren. We're going to incorporate some really good compost and some special clay.
Adding clay to sand is a relatively new thing for Perth gardeners, although the farmers down south and the CSIRO and the Agricultural Department have conducted experiments that prove this is incredibly beneficial in improving productivity and reducing water demand for plants grown in sandy soils. There are several different types of clay available these days, including kaolin and bentonite clays. The important thing with any clay is that it is cultivated into the top 150 to 300 millimetres of sand evenly.
Clay on its own in sandy soil isn't enough. Adding a humus is vital to the soil's long-term health and productivity. Incorporating the humus in after adding the clay will stimulate microbial activity, improving the lawn's health. It's important to remember that the combination of these two ingredients change the soil structure forever. Well, Darren, the soil has come up an absolute treat. What's next?
Next, Nick, is reticulation time, and we're going to install a waterwise, efficient and effective system using these.
We are using nozzles that deliver a precise amount of water over the area we want watered without misting or overspray. These nozzles use 1/3 less water than conventional spray nozzles, and they deliver a more uniform droplet size across the irrigated arc. Combined with solenoid valves and a waterwise controller to allow watering on the right days, this system is water efficient.
Nick, this is a pretty special pile of turf we've got here.
Yes, that's right, Darren. It's a new form of kikuyu and it'll grow beautifully here and cope with that great big enormous dog they've got.
Sensational. Well, this is not going to roll itself out. Nick, we better get on with it.
I'm ready to go.
Let's go. Well, the lawn's been compacted, the retic's been flushed and's operating. Nick, this is looking pretty good.
Yes, Darren, it adds a cool, natural appearance to the area that the homeowners will love. And the dog will too.
When installing your superb waterwise lawn, make sure you follow these critical guidelines. Select a hardy, warm season turf. Build up the soil with clay and compost to improve the water holding capacity and to cut fertiliser leaching. Install an efficient and professionally designed irrigation system with an easy to use controller, so you only water once on each of your watering days. Screed the soil, then roll out the turf. Use a compactor or water roller to finish. And don't forget to contact the Water Corporation to get your sprinkler exemption so you can apply enough water to establish your new lawn.